ice cream date.
Oh, and then Jason Mead's crashing the date. He's like the parent who doesn't want us together.
Yeah, looking good, Jay.
So I wonder, Leon, what are you thinking about there in that picture?
Thinking about how long it's going to take the picture while my ice cream melts.
I'm thinking you're thinking about which Barbie doll is next for the collection.
Yeah.
What, is that what you're thinking about, Leon?
Searching for that Mavericks NBA crossover. Yeah, Barbie.
All right, well, let's get into this. So oh wow, that was quick. Who's driving here, Jason?
Mm-hmm.
So Jason and I just did a top 9, and Jason, you want to talk a little bit about your one of your top 9 hats here?
Yeah, that would be that Cincinnati Reds 1911 World Series Coca-Cola on the bottom there. Yeah, it's a beautiful hat, the way they put it together with that silver bottom and that old C. Looks really nice.
Yeah, and it's got that metallic under. That was the best of the 3 in my opinion. I think the Coke one might be. I don't know what your thoughts are, guys. Leon, do you think the Coke one is the best of the entire series, or what was your thought?
I mean, if you're limited in funds, I think I would go for Coke and Pepsi, just for name brand sake. But I think the best out of the series is probably the Sunkissed. The Sunkissed one.
What was your favorite, Jason?
Yeah, I think I'd go with Leon on that Sunkissed one. They did a really nice job putting that one together.
Yeah, TJ doesn't believe Welch's grape exists in the Chicago area. By the way, Jason, I got a message from him saying that you and I have him revisiting his entire past now, trying to figure out if he ever drank a Welch's grape soda.
I'm sure he has.
I'm pretty sure he has to. He asked if it was based on fruit snacks.
No, those are newer than the soda. Soda's been around for a long time.
Right. It's like, well, why would you see 12 hats that are based on a soda or a soft drink and then one that's based off of a fruit snack? Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Gummies, man. Those gummies are delicious.
They are good.
So, Aaron, you had a chance to see this collection in its entirety, right? What were your thoughts on this collection?
Oh,
you're on mute. You're on mute, Aaron. I bet so you get a second shot at it, whatever it was you were practicing just now.
No, I really liked the collection a lot, simply because I think they did such a great job of representing the different colors. I mean, every one that I looked at instantly reminded me of that, of that particular soda, of that can. And then, looking at this slide, like the 7-Up one, I think that's perfect. I think they just really knocked it out of the park with how creatively they use the colors to bring it all together. And then, of course, the pins, bring it all home because, that just ties it right together. I think it's really well done.
Kevin, any thoughts on this collection? I don't know if you got a chance to see the other 7 that kind of predated these 3, but any thoughts on the collection?
Yeah, I did get a chance to see them. I think the pins obviously really helped too. Like they included the pins in the photos, which was really important. I think that Cincinnati with the metallic silver is pretty well executed. Metallic's a risky game, so they picked their spot pretty well on that one. I think there's with that Mountain Dew up there too. That's pretty much what you had to do in that scenario as well. The red's really overpowering, but so is the red on the cans. So yeah, I think they did a good job. It's clever. Everybody's trying to think outside the box at this point.
A lot of food stuff though, right? A lot of food and beverage is like the inspiration now.
I mean, I go for stuff that's maybe it's iconic, maybe it's not, but recognizable, I guess, is go for that.
Yeah. Jason, is For You Caps reopened yet? Do you know?
No, I think they planned on reopening in February. I'm not sure on the actual date yet. So maybe Monday.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll be keeping our eyes open for that. So let's move on, fellas. We got All the Right coming up next. I got a chance to head out to All the Right with Andre, aka Munfu Prophet, of late. It was a fantastic visit. I got to see this one in hand when I was in the store as they were kind of showing me what was coming out. But what are your thoughts here, Leon? I know you're probably a fan of this one, right?
Yeah, it's not bad. It reminds me of the jacket that Eddie Murray wore in Coming to America. That Mets jacket, and then dark navy with the NY. It's a sharp looking hat. The patch is interesting.
I don't like the 1969. I don't like that 1969 World Series patch. Do you guys think the Squatchy should have matched? You think the Squatchy should have been a different color?
I'm okay with it being mono. I mean, it could give it that little color pop. It wouldn't be bad.
I'm a sucker for side patches with stadiums or that mention stadiums or any way. So those are my favorite ones. This is clean. I like the white sweatband as well.
Jason, you like this one?
Yeah, but apparently this, I heard that this one was actually a mistake. It wasn't supposed to be quite this dark, but they went ahead and went with it, and I think it works. So
yeah, me too. I like this one.
That's what I like about it is the dark. You know how it's that dark blue.
Are you talking about the dark blue or the orange?
The dark blue. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually
supposed to be a little lighter.
Yeah, I like it like this. I don't like that 69 World Series patch. Jason, you've become quite the patch aficionado. So where does this rank in your connoisseur? So where does this rank in your wealth of patch?
It doesn't. It doesn't rank.
Yeah.
No.
You're not a fan of this one.
Doesn't rank.
No. I don't recognize this patch.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like this patch. All right, cool. So all the right, they're doing some pretty cool stuff. They have like Fitted Friday now, which is something that they're doing, right? So basically every Friday they have a new fitted coming out. And they're putting out some good stuff. So let's move on, fellas. We got Anthem up next. All right.
So this is an NBA City mashup, if you will.
Yeah. Leon, you're Canadian. How do you feel about this?
I'm mixed. You know, like I like the crossover stuff. It's really hard to get approval for NBA to do NBA hats in different colors. So I commend Dan and the team over there. I'm a little bit confused with the Miami one. I don't feel like they have that much blue in their logo, so that one's a little off to me. The Laker one is fine. The California Republic side patch I'm not a big fan of. And then the Bulls is okay. We've seen that Bulls done kind of in that colorway a lot. The flag is an interesting color choice. Overall, average to above average.
I like them. Kevin, you're also Canadian. How do you feel about these?
Dan's doing his thing, man. I'm with you, Leon, on the Miami. I presume that there is some blue, but it overpowers it. It's almost like sometimes you got to maybe go against what it's supposed to be and then go with what your gut. Like my gut would say that has some orange. I think orange when I think Miami, orange and teal. And then I like the Bulls, the way it's set up. I mean, hats off for finding like uncovering some side logos. I know they're not unprecedented, but just kind of digging around and finding different stuff. I think they're well executed.
Yeah, he's doing some different stuff. So, Jason, you got your eye on all the hats that are coming out. So, what have you been seeing from Anthem of late? What noticing any trends? Anything that you'd like to call out?
No, just they're doing some solid like color combos. They're pushing the boundary too on some of the colors, like that Miami one, like that neon pack they did a couple weeks ago. And I think it's working. These ones I'm not a huge fan of, mostly just because they did the double logo thing in the back.
Oh, really?
I always prefer like the league shield or whatever on the back of hats, but maybe there was a reason they did it.
If you had to pick one up, Jason, which one is it? If you had to pick one up, which one would you pick up?
Probably the Bulls one. I just wish he would have kept the city flag, the right colors.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. Hey, Aaron, if you had to tell Dan from Anthem to go back to the drawing board on one of these, which one would it be and why?
Probably, oh, it's a tough call. I think probably the Miami one, just because, like has been said, I'm a little confused with the colors. But that's the only one that really jumps to mind because, like the Lakers one, I mean, it makes sense. I don't love, super contrasting colors like that purple and blue, but I think that, it makes sense. Where the Miami one it kind of throws me a little bit, and I don't quite get it, other than the teal being kind of a, I guess a color that you might, associate with Miami in general.
Yeah. I like the Lakers one. I wish it didn't have the side patch. I think that Lakers one would be really cool like that without the side patch.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Take that side patch off. That's a good hat.
That's my favorite one of the bunch if you take that off. You're right, though. The Bulls we've seen before without the city flag in that color. Pretty similar, right? Without that city flag. All right, cool. Yeah. Well, let's move on to the Capologists. All right, Leon, you want to talk about this one a little bit for us?
Yeah, so Tony and I had planned out a 3-pack for Mexican Independence Day. New Era and their approvals had different plans, so we kind of decided to roll these out one at a time. This is the third one, and Tony's got an inside joke going on that Carlos Munoz is the artist that did it. If I don't know, I'm kind of like spoiling it for him, but that's Tony. So this is the third one, so. It'll be up for a pre-order for the end of this week and then next week too. So hopefully you guys catch the pre-order.
All right, Jason, what don't you like about this one? I'm just kidding, Jason. Don't worry. I'm just kidding.
If I had to pick something, it'd be that New Era flag. Not a huge fan of the two.
No.
That's all. That's nitpicking though.
Yeah, we like doing the flag like that so that you can see our hats on the shelf, so you know it's our hat.
There you go. Kevin, is that what were you saying you like the two?
All four, the signature Capologist two-tone flag. Give it to me every time. Love it. Love the teal under and the teal matching button and eyelets. It's clean. It's nicely done. I like it.
All right. Wait. Okay, cool. Let's move on. I don't want to have anyone trash Leon's hat. I love that hat. So
no way, man.
I was just busting Jason's chops, but he's like, Jason's like, let me jump on this.
Yeah. The longer we stay on the slide, the more we're gonna find some.
Yeah.
No way. This hat's great. I love this hat.
So Jason, besides me, right? Besides me, I can't be the choice. If there had to be something that UFO was sucking up into it to take off into space, who would it be on this panel right now?
Since you're getting left behind, I think I would take the rest of us up and go have a party with those aliens.
I'll go with you to the moon, Jim.
Well done.
To the moon. Nice. We peer down here on Earth.
That's fine. I'll stay right here where I feel safe and loved. All right, let's move on to the Clink Room. All right, so interestingly enough, we've seen some that we're like, all right, not sure this is going to make. We thought maybe some of these got abandoned, right? Like is that one Cerebrus? What's that one called, Jason?
Yeah,
the first
Cerebrus.
Yeah. It looks like there was no color change on the Yeti.
Nope.
There's some rat driving around on some car thing with the cheese helmet, and there's some good stuff here though. What are you guys' thoughts here? So let's play a little game here. Keep 2, drop 2. Jason Mead.
You
decided to drop me off and leave me on Earth. Why don't you start with the keep 2, drop 2?
You said you couldn't go in the UFO. Oh, okay. I would have taken all of us.
I'll
go with the Wraith Kings, the one on the bottom right, and the logo alone. Not a huge fan of the colorway, but the logo alone, I'm going with the Yetis.
Yeah,
I think it's the Yetis, right?
Which ones are you dropping, man?
Rat rods and I can't remember the name of it. The snow, the one in the bottom row, middle. The snow dogs or
it's snow lions.
Snow lions.
Was devil dogs though, right?
Oh, something like that. Yeah.
and then they changed the name. All right, cool. Kevin, you're Canadian. Pick
Yes,
2,
sir.
keep 2, drop 2.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna go against my Canadian roots. I'll drop the middle, the hockey. What was that called?
We'll call it
Snow Lions.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop the Snow Lions. It just doesn't look like a lion to me. It looks like a gargoyle. And I'm gonna draw bottom right as well. Just doesn't resonate. Doesn't resonate with me.
Okay.
I need the Scotty dog. That's what that is, right?
Yep.
And the Yeti's nice too. I mean, you can do that Yeti in any colorway you want.
No, you can't. You can't do it in that one.
Honorable mention to mousetrap cheese rats, whatever that is. That's nice.
It's called the rat rod.
I'm making up my names as I go here for each one.
All right. All right, cool. Aaron, what you got, man? Keep 2, drop 2.
For me, the keep is the Cerberus. That kind of stuff is right up my alley. I really like it. So that one's a definite. And I'm going against the panel, and I like the Snow Lions or whatever it's called, right? Snow Lions, yeah. I like that one, but I think the reason that I like it is that the colorway brings to mind the local hockey team out here in Northern California, which is the San Jose Sharks. And so that's one of the things I think that draws me to this hat. But I like that. I just like the way that design looks, despite the fact that it doesn't look like a lion to me at all. I'm not really worried about the name. I just like the way the hat looks. I think it's pretty cool. So I'd go with those 2. And then my drops would probably be the rat rods, just because I don't feel the colors working for me. And the Wraith one, what's that one called? The bottom.
Wrath Kings.
Wrath Kings, yeah, that one's not really grabbing me, but I know that a lot of people like that kind of stuff, and it'll probably be a popular choice, but those 2 just aren't working for me.
All right, Leon, your turn, buddy. Keep 2, drop 2.
It's tough, right? Because like a lot of these hats are like right there. I just feel like there's some weird color choices. Like the rat rod, I want to like the rat rod. I just don't understand the teal or that baby blue or whatever color that is. And then the Yeti, I really like the Yeti, except for the neon green. I wish they just made it like a full blue hat and then maybe did a neon under. The neon over is kind of weird to me. So I'm gonna pick the Scotties. That's probably the only one I'm gonna pick. And then for the drop 2,
the game was keep 2, drop 2. So you got this.
One.
You got to keep
one. I'm dropping the rest.
You got to pick a second one, Leon. It's part of the game. You can't just do what you want here. It's keep 2, drop 2.
All right. I'll find Scotty's and the Cerberus.
All right.
3-headed dog thing.
You loved Cerberus when we did the Tuesday Morning Chris.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that'll be my second keep, and then I'm dropping the Yetis and the Rat Rod for the color choices. Yeah. Not because their logos, the color choices.
All right. I'm keeping it's Cerberus, right? Is that how you pronounce it?
Yep.
All right, Cerberus. And yeah, you're right, Leon. It is tough, when you want a second one, because I'm not like a huge fan of this batch. But the Yetis, I'll go with Yeti, even though I don't like that color. I'm gonna go there.
The Yeti logo is amazing.
I would drop.
The logo's amazing.
Yeah, it is amazing. I just don't like the color, but I would go there. And not everything can be black. Not everything can be black in these primary colors. You got to have some crazy stuff going on, or else it's not Clink Room anymore. But my drops are gonna be Wrath Kings. And I would drop the rat one 27 times if I could. I don't like it. 27 times I would drop that. I don't like it. It's cheesy.
Cerberus. That's what Jim said. That's how you
okay. Cerberus. All right. Cool. Well, thank you for that correction.
Yeah, 3-headed dog that guards Hades, apparently.
All right. Well, now he's sending us off to our next slide. Eblins. Eb and Lens, did these gray and white, well, gray, right? Gray
Yeah.
and more gray, I guess.
Yeah.
Silver, maybe.
Silver, yeah. These are all like New England based teams. So you got the New Britain Rock Cats, you've got the Hartford Yard Goats, the old New Haven Ravens, you got the New Hampshire Fisher Cats, and the Staten Island Yankees, right?
Yep.
So what are your thoughts here, guys? I looked at these and I was like, you know what? I have a ton of Hartford Yard Goats hats, a ton of New Haven Ravens, New Britain Rock Cats. That's a throwback. What are your thoughts on these? I strayed away from these, honestly. I didn't go down this road, but what are your thoughts here, guys? Let's start with Kevin.
Credit to them for trying something new. Not for me though. I feel like I'm staring at like a 50s television or something. I need color. I know that's the opposite of what they're trying to do, but just too bland.
Jason, this would actually match your shirt perfectly this evening. How do you feel about these?
I like the Ravens one. I like the idea of, so they're going after, they have a store in every single one of these cities. So that's why they did this pack.
Okay.
Yeah, but the Hartford Yard Goats. Well,
they don't have an Eblins. Yeah,
that's what
that's not correct. But they're based in Connecticut though, Jason. Right. So New Britain, Hartford, and New Haven are all Connecticut cities. But they definitely don't have an Eblins in every one of those cities.
Okay. But yeah, the Yard Goats is like, too washed out for me. But I don't mind the other ones. I like the silver.
I like the New Haven Ravens one if I had to pick.
Yeah.
If you're going to pick one up from this batch, Aaron, which one would it be?
Yeah, if I had to pick one up, because there's really nothing here for me, but, if I had to pick one up, I probably would go for the Yard Goats. I know it's a little bit washed out, but I like that logo better than anything else that I'm seeing right there.
Leon, is there anything catching your eye here?
It's just weird. They didn't use any black in the Yard Goats. It looks like it's like a hat that you buy to color in yourself or something. But the New Haven Ravens and the New Britain one, that one looks really good. I worry about those light color brims though. They get really dirty fast.
Yeah.
Is that white on the top?
I don't know.
No,
Jason, is it white or is it silver?
No, I have the Ravens one. It's like a silver or a gray.
So you have it in hand. What were your thoughts in hand, Jason?
In hand, it's nice. I like it. Let's see if
the bottom is darker than the top.
No, it's mono.
Oh, you hate that though, Jason.
I do hate that, but it's not a bad looking. Yeah.
There's only like two light grays
as the bottom. Yeah, that changes my answer. Then the New Haven one's pretty good, and the New Britain one.
I'm trying to find it here, but
it's all right. Yeah, but you liked it better. You liked it better in hand, though, Jason.
Yeah, it's a lot better in hand. And Eblins, their pictures are kind of washed out sometimes. But the Ravens is definitely better.
On the picture, it looks white. It looks white.
Well, so if there's anything, but Leon, if there's anything that they can take a picture of, it's going to be these colors, because there's not a lot of effort that needs to be made to take a picture of these colors. So let's move on to Leon's favorite hat vendor, ECAP City.
Oh my God.
So ECAP City, they've been I guess they've been up to their old tricks again, jacking people's designs. So Leon, I want you, actually, you know what? Jason would be an expert on this. Jason.
Yes, sir.
Go one by one and tell us where they were jacked from.
I don't know if they all were jacked.
No. They weren't all jacked, but
I know the one on the bottom right, the Cardinals, that's from Sports World.
Yep.
The top left is probably a Hat Club one.
Yeah. Well, top left is pretty natural, right? I mean,
yeah.
That White Sox one. No, you're right. Actually, dude, I think they only jacked one off this entire page.
Yeah.
Holy shit. What an improvement.
They're getting there.
Now Now let's move on to the second leg of this, right? So, Jason, you expertly called out the Sports World one on the lower right.
Mhm.
Now, Leon, now that we've called out the one that was jacked, and it's probably the best one on the entire page, why don't you now share with us which ones you think are shit?
The White Sox one's definitely going to make an appearance at the end of the show. Or no, we're doing that tomorrow, so we'll talk about that one tomorrow. But the White Sox one with the deep dish pizza, man, terrible. I'm kind of interested about the Phillies one because that's the new floral that New Era used.
Yeah,
so that one I'll give my pass on that. The LA hats is not bad. And then the Diamondbacks. I don't know why people keep using that fucking the All-Star game from Anaheim All-Star game patch on random hats. That's weird, right? Is that weird? That's the one that shows up on every fucking show, right?
Yep. No, that one and the other one is the 2011 Arizona Diamondbacks one.
Yeah, one of the two always makes an appearance. So we got it out of the way. We got the Anaheim All-Star. Yeah, I don't know, man. ECAPs, it's depressing, man. I used to love shopping with them.
All right. Is there a second slide of what Leon used to like shopping with? Oh, we only
they had a small drop to this week. Small for them, anyway.
Yeah, that White Sox hat, yeah, it is terrible. All right, let's move on to exclusive fitted. This is my first time looking at the slide, and in a word, well, in 2 words, not impressed. So let's play a game here, fellas. Keep 2, drop 7. Just kidding. Keep 2, drop 2.
Keep 2, drop 2.
Yeah, who wants to start?
It's gonna be hard to keep 2.
Aaron, let's start with you because
I'll jump in.
Yeah, Leon's already saying that he can't do something. So can we pause here for a second? I don't know if Jason will attest to this. Jason, Leon, and I talk almost all day, right, throughout the day. Today, Leon picked a sleeper that shouldn't have been a sleeper. It made no sense. And Jason carefully challenged him on his sleeper selection. And Leon, is this okay that I share this, Leon? Is this okay?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so then Leon says, Jason says to him, hey, the hat sold out. It can't be a sleeper. Leon says, well, that's not the piece of criteria I use. And then Jason said, well, that's the only piece of criteria we should be using. So I'm watching this argument take place, and I was loving every moment of it because it's healthy debate is beautiful. But Leon was clearly wrong, and he knew it, right? But Leon, when he has to go shopping or go to Costco or go grocery shop, whatever it is he has to do, if he feels overwhelmed, he gets angry. So he basically wasn't relenting. And then finally he said, you know what? Fuck it. Switch him. And that's how a sleeper was born this morning. But Leon, that's how I knew Leon was in a bad mood today. I can tell Leon's mood within 12 minutes of him waking up. First, I see in the Facebook Messenger that his head is popped in there. Then his first message to me or Jason dictates whether or not he's in a good mood. This morning, Leon was in a terrible mood. And now he's got this I can't do it attitude. So we're going to start with Aaron instead. We're going to go do Leon last.
All right. So I'm going for what to me is the easy choice here, and that's the Expos. I think that's the least terrible. On this slide. And it's one that, if somebody gave it to me, I wouldn't hate it. It's not awful. I mean, we've seen a similar colorway before, but that Expos worked for me enough. And then I think that I'd probably give that Florida Marlins a try. I mean, I know the colorway doesn't totally make sense for the Marlins, but I do like that green and tan together for some reason. It's enough to catch my eye to grab that, as a different one. And then that's all I'm taking. That A's just doesn't work for me. I'm not digging that for some reason. I don't know why it's not speaking to me. And there's really nothing else that's grabbing me. So those two, the Florida and the Expos for me.
All right. So that was half the question. Which two are you dropping?
What? Oh, I'm sorry. Which two am I dropping? Okay.
Yeah, drop
So
them.
two that I'm dropping. I would say the Marlins up top, the black one with the hot pink or whatever that color is.
Yeah.
That's gone.
Beetroot.
And
Beetroot. What's
and
that?
I think
raspberry.
and I think I'm dumping that. I think I'm dumping that Pirates because I just don't like those two logos together. The side patch and the front logo it doesn't make sense to me to have them both together like that. They're competing logos to me. You know, I'm not feeling that. So those two I'd drop.
All right, Kevin. I'm gonna just change up the theme a little bit here. You're gonna drop 4.
You're gonna drop 4. Okay. No keeps.
Nope.
Okay, no keeps. Drop number 1, Anaheim. It has a gray logo and a red side logo, and then a green, dark green under. Makes no sense to me.
That's an olive in that A too.
Olive, thank you. Makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
We are gonna drop the raspberry or hot pink Florida Marlins. We're gonna drop the brown and Kelly Yankees.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tease. Sorry, is that a tease? I'm gonna leave my 4th on the table because my weeper is on the slide for tomorrow.
I don't think that Rockies one in the upper left is bad, right?
No, it's not bad.
Not
Is that a
good,
bigger
but it's
CR
not
than
bad.
they usually use?
The Mets looks like a Mets hat. That was gonna be my keeper.
Yeah, I like that Mets hat. I'm not mad at that Mets hat.
And the A's hat isn't bad, but that 25th anniversary athletics patch is probably one of the worst I've ever seen.
And the Kelly green doesn't help on the darker green.
Yeah.
Expos look like an Expos hat. It's not their fault, but that patch is so big. They can't choose that.
That Pirates hat is one of the worst I've ever seen.
Yeah, that hat is hideous.
That thing is bad.
Spoiler alert for my thing tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Well, people won't remember.
I don't understand it. I don't get it at all. It was instant beeper when Jay asked me where Leon said to send him in.
Yeah, no. This is a pretty bad selection of hats.
We got 2 more.
There's 2 more slides of this?
No.
Yes.
Get the fuck out of here. I was just in this store too, and I mean I didn't see any of these things, thank God.
These guys by far drop the most hats during a week. Almost consistently.
All right.
30 to 40 hats every week.
More than Sports World?
Sports World's right up there. They were a little down this week. Hat Club's usually up there too, but it's Exclusive Fit is
This is
40 hats a week.
This is like guys. This is an awful slide. I mean, this is awful. This is awful.
See the next one.
Is their store full of hats like this?
I was gonna say.
I mean, maybe they don't look. Maybe they look. I mean,
maybe it's
why? Why is there a Santa hat now?
That one came out today.
What is that? Why? All right.
I'm guessing
there's Arizona. There's the Arizona.
Dude, listen, this slide's a little bit better.
Arizona.
This slide's a little bit better.
Arizona All-Stars back though.
Where is it?
It's right there in the Yankee hat. Vice blue and beetroot hat.
No, that's not Arizona. Oh yeah, and then they put on the Minnesota Twins 2014 All-Star Game one on the upper right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
They're making some funny choices, man.
No, but this slide, listen, this isn't as bad as the other one.
Yeah. You sure?
No, it's not as bad as the other slide.
Sure?
No,
there's some decent stuff on here.
The other slide was far fucking worse. I mean, that Tampa Bay hat isn't that bad.
That Padres hat's a good hat.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
All right, fair enough.
And I like that Expos one on the bottom.
The Expos one. Well, I think the patch is going to, it's got cotton candy vibes in terms of how the patch kind of blends into the hat, but that's not terrible either. But like the fact that they even put that Yankees one out, like for what? Like why?
I'm guessing they wanted it for December, but it got delayed. And then, they don't want to sit on the hat for another year, would be my guess. I don't know.
Yeah, let's see, man. Hopefully the next slide changes the energy a little bit.
Oh, it's not going to, though.
Oh, boy.
Holy shit. This is like...
They went heavy on the hearts, the love hats this week.
This is like PDA in hat form.
I mean, Valentine's Day is coming up. Valentine's Day is coming up, so you know.
Do you guys
maybe
celebrate?
that's
Do you guys celebrate that in Canada?
Yeah, but they
We
do it
do
in
have
like
Valentine's
July.
Day.
No.
Singles Awareness Day is a thing.
Holy shit, this is bad. I mean, look at the side patch. Look at the side patch in the lower left, Jason.
Oh, that one's terrible.
What is it?
It's like a Rand McNally patch.
Is
What
that
what
the
are you
Statue
looking
of
at?
Liberty coming out of the
Kevin,
state of New York?
Kevin, are you watching this shit on a flip phone? Because
Is that what
a
that
second ago you just said like like the mint green was for like you know your colors. You
Yeah, he
put
called it
hats
Kelly.
together all day. Called it Kelly green. It
called
was
it
like
Kelly.
mint.
Yeah.
Now you're asking what it is. Look, it's like the Statue of Liberty. She's red. I don't know why the fuck she's red. She's popping out of the state of New York.
What's Rand McNally, like the company that makes globes?
That makes maps and
Maps.
tchotchkes on that you
Why is
buy
it
at,
on
like
the
truck
hat?
stops. I don't know.
What? Does it say that? Does it say
No.
that? No.
No, it says
No.
New York on it.
Listen, man, these are
Too many hearts.
no. I did
Actually,
see one nice one. Andre, when we went out to New York, picked up one that was really nice. It was like peach, right, with a 99 World Series patch on it. It actually looked nice. And some of these, I guess, if you're into the heart thing, is okay,
Yeah.
right?
Like that 99 one, I like the colors on it. Just
Yeah,
why the heart? I don't know.
I love New York, man.
My weepers for the week is this whole slide.
They're gonna sell out, man. These are gonna sell out. Watch, these will
I
sell
know.
out.
Yep.
These will sell out. All right,
For
well,
real? I mean, we see this so much, and how can people want more? I mean,
here's
it's
the
crazy.
deal, right, Aaron? Here's the deal, right? And I say this on a couple of different shows. I've said it. Like we are immersed in this all the freaking time, right? But if you're, if you're just like walking into exclusive fitted, you buy a hat like once every couple of months. You see this, you're like, oh my god, that's so cool. And we're
Never
like
seen a
tired
heart
of
on
it.
a hat.
Yeah, right. They're like, oh my god, this is like that. Like this is just different. But we're like, what the hell? All right.
And
well,
Valentine's Day is right around the corner. So
Yeah.
All right, for your boo.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy one for you, Jason. Will you be my
Aw,
Valentine?
Thanks, Pierre. Absolutely.
Will you be my views from the vault Valentine? Because Leon's already taken.
Yeah. Sure.
I
Why
can,
not?
I can
Let's
tell
do
you.
it.
I can tell you next week, a big retailer might drop 2 hats with this on the front. So.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, why do you say that shit? Like, what's the point?
Just so you know, just so that they know.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
Oh, guys, some random company's gonna drop a hat with a heart on it.
Not a random company. Not a random company. The company. So you'll see.
What, lids?
You'll see.
No.
Why'd you just say it? What company?
Next slide.
Hat Club? Yeah, that's what it is. Hat Club. All right, Hat Club. All right, let's move on to Hat Club. Leon said it, guys. Hat Club to release 2. Oh shit. All right. So can everyone please, Leon? Why don't you do this part? I love when you do this because you always end the show with this. How about you share? Well,
we have 80 people in the chat, so we love you guys. Make sure you guys reciprocate some of that. Make sure you guys subscribe, please. We look at the analytics, and sometimes we get sad. The viewership, I think our views come from only 60% subscribed. So do us a favor, smash that subscribe button, and hit the like.
Yeah, come on, guys, hit that like button for God's sakes. We're doing this for free. And
Like,
Aaron's wife is walking around back there. She wants you to hit that like button too. No, that's fine, man.
Yeah.
She
wants
you to hit that like.
I was gonna say we're so poor. Do you see how many ads we have to put on each video? Come on, guys. If you like it more, then we don't have to put so many ads. Like, come on, guys.
All right, cool. Let's move on. So let's please subscribe and like. All right, so let's move on to Hat Club. All right, so we've got a Clink Room color flip, right? With hammerheads.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We've got Ill Bill. Wow. I mean, that's an interesting cap. We've got the Thrill SF 5th anniversary pack that came with a couple of extras, and we have some sort of new age, more dangerous octopus.
It's the Landwalker.
The Landwalker. All right. Well, Jason, you seem more equipped to talk through this slide. So how about you do it for me?
That's okay.
No, I'm not being a wise ass. I'm being dead serious. So let's talk about take people through the Thrill SF since you kind of did a video with Leon.
Right. So this is a 5-year anniversary pack. So they basically made a gold edition or gold program, if you will, of their original jailbird design on the right and their turn back the clock jailbird design on the left. Threw a nice little patch on there. And that comes in a nice box with a baseball card, with jailbird stats, and a couple of Hat Club pins.
Yeah.
Yep. And then Dionic had the 2 on the right. And then Dershwig, I think, was the designer of the
I have the OG
Hammerhead.
colorway. Colorway. That one was fantastic. I did pick this one up. It's not I don't like it as much as the first colorway, but it's still good looking. Guys, is anyone else really what the hell is that Ill Bill cap? I mean, I understand, I was a fan of Ill Bill's music, being a hip hop fan, but what is that thing? Leon, can you explain that? Can you explain that, Leon?
I don't know if I can explain it, but I'm confused by it. For me, for one, I hate Shadow Tech hats.
That's what bothers you about that hat?
That's the start, I guess, and then the Crenshaw weird script, and then the 18,000 teeth on the skull. I don't know what it's supposed to be. I don't really know who Ill Bill is either, so no offense to him. But yeah, that's a bad looking hat.
I mean, listen, that. All right, so let me ask you guys a question. If you had to give a kiss to either this or the crackhead sugar skull from last week, which one are you giving a kiss to? Jason Mead, you have to either kiss the Ill Bill one or the crackhead sugar skull.
I'll go with the crackhead sugar skull, just because the teeth don't look as sharp. So if I'm kissing it,
that's a good point.
Yeah,
if you're kissing, might as well, right?
Yeah.
Less dangerous. Leon, you're at the movie theater. You're about to have a killer makeout session with either the Ill Bill skull or the crackhead sugar skull. Which one is it going to be?
Give me the crackhead sugar skull, I guess. I don't know. That thing's it's got some teeth on him, man.
I know. This thing's hideous. Oh my god. All right, let's get out. Let's get away from here. This is ridiculous. All right. Now these look good.
Yeah.
These look good. All right. So, Kevin, which colorway you like better?
Green.
All right, cool. Aaron, that was pretty definitive.
Yep.
Aaron, I was going to ask you a different question.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad.
Which one do you like best of the green collection?
A's are always my first choice, but I like that Diamondbacks one. I like the orange snakehead. I think that's a cool look. But the A's one's always going to be my first purchase. That's and that makes sense to me. That color works, and I like that they're using different side patches for the A's hats. They're trying to incorporate some different ones, but I'm sorry to say, my team's got some weak ass patches. As options.
No, the 25th and 30th anniversary patches for the A's are amongst the worst, man.
Yeah, they're terrible.
I give them a slight edge. I give them a slight edge over the what is that one you like, Leon? The Mike Stanton patch.
Oh, the Giancarlo, yeah, the 27, 27 trophies.
Aaron, what's your favorite A's patch?
The 50 year. I really do like the 50 year a lot, and Hat Club's been doing a lot of really cool things with it. So I'm glad they're using that more. So that Battle of the Bay patch just got so overused. So I think that's part of the reason the 50 works for me so well. But I do like that one the best.
Jason, which hat are you going after if you're going after one on this slide?
I will go with the maroon D-backs.
Ooh, okay. Leon, how about you?
I can only get one. Yeah.
He's a real rule breaker today, isn't he?
Damn, yeah.
Jason, you and I knew this was coming early, right? He felt it.
I had to mute the chat for a while. He was
All right,
just
all right.
tired.
I'm grabbing the LA green because originally when that hat came out from Amy Leon Dior, it was in low profile. I really wanted that hat. LeBron wore it. So now that it's a full 5950 beauty, I'm giving that green LA.
Pierre, I feel like I should clarify a little. Yankees, Dodgers, A's, single color logo ×3. That's what makes them the best ones. The single color logo, the button, the visor, they all match.
I like the Mariners hat, man. I do. The three that I liked were the Mariners, the Minnesota, and Washington. Those are the three I liked. I'm just like, I love the Diamondbacks, but I'm Diamondbacked out, man.
Sure. So for me, the Mariners one, the problem I have with it is it looks like the side patch is bigger than the front logo.
Same logos on it too.
It's pretty much the same logo.
Yeah,
Twice,
it just
pretty much.
Proportions look off, maybe.
I like that logo for some reason. I don't know, man.
I like the logo. It's just proportion-wise, it looks off.
I know some people can't wear that in certain areas for certain reasons, but I do like it.
Right.
I don't know. I like the Washington one, the Minnesota one too. These were well done. So let me ask you guys a question: who did better with this sort of theme, My Fitteds or Hat Club? Oh yeah, no one wants to answer this one, huh? Leon, let's start with you.
Tough.
It's not tough. It's not tough. It's not tough for me.
So it's tough for me because I had a little bit to do with this one. So, I don't know. Like My Fitteds, they kept the logos and the side patches the same color, and everything was pretty much either like black or blue bill or whatever. These ones took a colorway and applied it to the whole package.
No, I'm not.
I think stylistically, the Hat Club ones look better, but like if you're going hat for hat, I think My Fitted did better.
I agree. That doesn't mean that I think My Fitted is better than Hat Club. I want to be clear. I think they both offer really, really great stuff. I think My Fitted did a better job. It was hard for me to like go all in on these because My Fitted's already got me. But I do like these. I picked up quite a few. Jason, what are your thoughts?
I like the variety that My Fitted's brought to it. But I do like especially on the maroon ones here, the tie-ins to make it look like the local schools.
Yeah.
Like the Minnesota Gophers and the USC Trojans and ASU. So I do like that.
Yeah, and to be fair, it is a different theme.
Yes, but I do like the variety of the My Fitteds one. There's a lot more color choices and stuff. So
yeah, I don't know. That'll be an interesting discussion for us to have, right? Like maybe on another show is like, what do we want to see from a collection standpoint going forward? Like what would we like to see? Not what's going to happen, but what would we like to see? I think I think that would be an interesting discussion. Well, cool. These were well done, though. No doubt about it. So let's move on. Okay. Leon, you made that expert thumbnail for this. So you want to take us through these? What do you think?
So these are brown pink. I keep mixing up the name. Originally, they were supposed to be called Rosewood. That was easier one to remember. Spumoni scoops, I think they're called.
Spumoni. It's like ice cream.
We don't have that ice cream in Canada, so for us it's Kawartha or die. So
well, I think there might be Italians in Canada as well.
Yeah, but I don't think we have that ice cream. So whatever. Either way, Quan and Justin did a good job on these. I was around when they mocked them up. I liked them when they were doing that. I think the top ones to me are the Blue Jays, the Oakland, the Cardinals. Those are the top three. I didn't see how fast they sold. I'm assuming by all the griping that was happening online, they sold pretty fast.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Jason, what did you think about these?
Well, brown and pink's a good color combo. We've seen it before, and it always does really, really well. but overall, there's only a couple in here that I really liked, and that was probably the Blue Jays, and the Cardinals.
Hmm.
I really like the Oakland front logo. I just do not like that side patch.
Dude, don't get me started on that 2015. I hate it. Every time I see it, I get madder.
Yeah, but I really like the front logo and the color treatment on that. It was the side patch that threw me off on that thing.
I have a thought, but I want to give Aaron and Kevin a chance to kind of chime in here. What do you, Kevin? What are your thoughts on this collection?
These aren't really for me personally. Just kind of fashion hat-y, so to speak. If I had to pick one, I will pick, I guess, the Blue Jays. I've just never been too crazy about the 30th anniversary patch. Just about 25% too big. So,
I can tell you it's better than that Oakland Athletics 25th anniversary. Aaron, what are your thoughts here, man?
I was kind of surprised at how much I actually liked this little collection. What drew me in more, what really brought me in more, was once I saw the pictures that Justin and John had posted. The pictures just really let the colors shine on this, and I thought the details came out a lot better in them, and that made me really like them more. Obviously, I love that A's one. That one was that I just loved it immediately. Even despite the side patch, I just love that front logo and what they did with the colors on that. I think it looks fantastic. And then the Diamondbacks, I mean, I find that Snake D is just, I love the color contrast, between the inner and outer part of the snake, and I've always enjoyed that. And I think this is a great contrast here, and even the side patch in the pictures looks really good to me.
I'm gonna share with you guys really quick my thought. I appreciate everyone's thoughts here. This is one collection I would rather not see side patches. I love brown with the pink. I really do. I think this is one collection that would have been better without the side patch. I think look at all those hats without the side patch. The side patch, I want to be. I love the colors. I like the colors. The side patch is what takes away from them. Remember when the cookies and cream came out? I think there was some reason behind it, but they came out originally. The OGs were just they were side patchless. You guys remember that? The black with the pink unders?
Oh yeah.
They couldn't get
they couldn't get right.
Whatever the reason was, they were fantastic too. And I think this collection is held back by the side patches. I think cotton candy was the same way. There's certain colorways that shouldn't have side patches because it's just too difficult to pull off. The one that stands out here as a well done side patch in this collection is only the Marlins. It's got good definition to it. It feels like it fits. The others feel too, like the Cardinals one. I don't like the way that side patch looks.
I think some of them lack the dark thread a little bit. Like the Brooklyn, the Arizona.
Yankees lacks it. You need dark, whether it's brown or black.
It's tricky.
Look at the no, it's okay. Go ahead, Aaron. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, but it's tricky. Like obviously we see where it lacks the darker color in the side patch, it washes out. But when we have the darker color in the side patch, like the Cardinals, it kind of throws it off a little bit, So it's a fine line there, and it's hard to make it work.
It's too hard to pull off. Look at the Skull Chief. The Skull Chief is probably the best on this line. Besides I think the Marlins is the best looking overall. I think Skull Chief is second. And most people say, "Oh, I love the Oakland Athletics one." I don't like it because of the side patch.
Well, the Marlins naturally has teal in it, so
no, that's not why I like that. That's not why I like the Marlins one.
All right,
I like the Marlins one because the side patch looks powerful. That's just my opinion. That's we all had ours, right? Our opinions. That's my opinion. I would go side patchless on these, and the Skull Chief is the reason why, because that's the best looking one of the bunch. All right, let's move on to Hat Heaven.
Nope. We still got a few more hat clips.
Oh, sorry, Jason. All right, cool. So these I'm wearing one of them, AWACS. Fantastic. Bringing me back to the Menace to Society days, right? But I'd love you guys' take here. Anything you're seeing that stands out to you?
That Blue Jays one is beautiful. I love the colors are so rich in that. I mean, I really dig that.
Yep, I like that one too.
Jason, I have a mild obsession with anything Tiger Stadium, so anytime it shows up, I'm in.
Yeah, Leon, you like that Blue Jays hat, I'm sure, right?
I didn't like it in pictures, but I saw someone wearing it in a live. Shout out to AZ Valley J. He was wearing it, and he made me want to get it. So that one has no side patch too. So that's actually a sharp hat in hand. I don't think the pictures do it very good justice, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like that Arizona Diamondbacks hat.
Which one?
Which one? Top middle?
Upper right.
Oh.
Every other one I've seen.
Oh, okay. Oh, the red one.
Every other one I've seen.
Okay.
I don't like the LA hat with the 59 All-Star game, though. I'm like so tired of that thing.
Yeah, the big LA. I don't like the big LA logo either. I know it's supposed to, like, that's the proper one for that patch, but the big LA logo is kind of weird to me.
Yeah, the AWACS to me is the highlight on here.
Oh, yeah. That thing sold out in like -5 seconds.
Yeah, I don't even know if I hit the website.
Yeah, Leon learned that today. Jason taught him about the sellout time on that one today. Leon said, I don't worry about. Yeah, there was. All right, cool. What's next, guys? All right, Jason, you want to take us through these?
Yeah, so in the top row, we have some minor league retro. So we got the Key West Conks. That's how you pronounce it.
Conscious?
No, it's Conks.
It's Conks.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't seem very sure.
It's spelled conches, but it's pronounced conks. And then you got the Quebec Carnivals and Fayetteville Generals on the top row. Some nice
I like that one.
Yeah, I do too. And then in the bottom row, you have a prototype of what the Toronto Giants may have looked like if San Francisco had pulled the trigger and not gotten forced to stay in San Francisco. And I think it was 74 or 75. But yeah, they were like in the 11th hour, they were all set to move, and San Francisco mayor stepped in and judges got involved, and yeah. So that's one of the concepts that we've seen for the Toronto Giants.
Yeah, that's the third iteration, not third iteration, but the third kind of collection of these we've seen from Hat Club recently, right? The Washington Stars and Indianapolis Arrows being the other.
Yeah.
So that's another one in the line of those. So those are pretty cool. Yeah, some good stuff. So let's see what's next, guys.
And then they went really heavy.
I know. I noticed this.
Just World Series game hats. They dropped a bunch of them. I think it was Thursday night. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean more of the same, but I mean, there's always room for classics like this, right? Mm-hmm. I kind of like that. I can't believe I didn't see it, but that Cincinnati Reds 76 World Series. That one's different and good looking. I have that on a black hat, but that's pretty cool. Anything stand out to you guys? Go ahead, Jason.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I'm sure most of these are available except for probably the Wahoos. Wahoos tend to sell out no matter who drops them, but a lot of these sit around for a while. So
yeah, they do. Is there anything here you guys are looking to add to the collection? You're like, all right, I need that World Series patch.
We have is interesting.
We have a sheet that gets like sent to us called World Series pre-builds. Those Wahoos always show up on it. There's a few others that show up on it. It's essentially like click a button and order however many you want instead of like building it from scratch. I've considered it a couple of times, but they're out everywhere, so it's tough for me to compete. 84 World Series Tigers hats I've always felt are super clean. So that'd be my personal favorite. That's my biased favorite on that one.
Cool. Aaron, anything you see here?
Not really. Yeah, there wasn't anything jumping out for me on this one, and I saw several of them on the site and just wasn't grabbing me. And I think that red Wahoo surprisingly has been sitting for some time. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Wow,
That's interesting because usually Wahoos are gone no matter where they drop. So
I could be wrong.
I wonder
yesterday or today. But.
I wonder if it's about where the side patch is.
Could be.
Some people don't like that. All right.
Kevin doesn't. He's leaving.
Yeah, Kevin's so disgusted he's taking off. Well, we made Kevin turn his heater off, so maybe he's frigid in there.
Gotta go get a blanket.
Yeah. So hat heaven, and just to kind of foreshadow, we're gonna have Brian on the show on Wednesday. We're gonna do a live. We used to always do lives on Wednesdays at 9 p.m., but we kind of strayed away from that. But we're gonna do one more this Wednesday with Brian from Hat Heaven. A lot of great stuff dropped recently. A lot of restocks. He's fantastic about restocking. So, this is some of the recent stuff. So, Aaron, anything here stand out to you?
I kind of like that Braves on the top left, and the Angels. I've never really cared much for that small A logo, but I do like the way that looks in this particular one. Those two were the ones that grabbed my attention right off the bat.
How about you, Leon? Anything here stand out to you?
I like the single sock Boston one. I've been procrastinating to add that one into the collection for a while. I just like the simplicity, gray bottom, no patch.
Yeah.
Brian does a great job. And then the Baltimore Bee. That one's pretty cool. I don't have that one in the collection. That's a pretty cool hat to kind of have. It's kind of like a versatile hat.
It's almost identical to that Brooklyn Bee.
The Brooklyn in the green.
The one where you wanted the one panel green. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
On the timeline. Yeah.
Anytime I see one of these bees now, I'm like, all right. I always think about like what Leon's fantastic idea was from that show.
The orange lips on the punchable bird is really weird though. Is that weird to anyone else?
Leon, that was made for you, buddy.
Yeah.
Just sock him in the lips.
You did sock him in the lips. That's why his lips are all orange.
Yeah.
For those that don't know out there, Leon's got an extreme hatred for that old school cartoony Oriole. I do like the old school socks, man, on the black.
Yeah.
That's really nice. And I'm with you, Aaron. I do like that that Braves hat in the upper left. I do like that one as well. All right, cool. Let's move on. More hat heaven. All right.
We got one more too, yeah.
Yeah, there's some good stuff here. So I know, Jason, you had that St. Louis in the middle left on your top 9. I really love the upper right-hand Oriole from 1927. There's some good stuff on this slide. Leon, why don't you tell me which two you'd pick up from this slide?
The really interesting one to me is the Red Sox in the Yankee color. Is that the 13? They beat the Cardinals that year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Whatever. That one's really cool. I like seeing.
No, you're right. It was the Cardinals.
Yeah, I like seeing teams in rival colors for some reason. That Chicago hat looks really weird. The Cubs, that hat just sucks. That's not Hat Heaven's fault. It's just the Chicago Cubs hat just is trash. And then the St. Louis Browns, that STL hat, that's a real cool hat.
That's
it is.
Cardinals.
Isn't that the Browns logo though?
No, that's the Cardinals.
Are y'all sure?
Yeah, we're sure.
Okay.
Yeah, those are every St. Louis hat. I made a mistake on the one in the middle row to the left because I looked it up and I thought they did a St. Louis Browns color flip to the Cardinals. And I was wrong because there was one site that I found that said that was an 1890 or 1888 St. Louis Browns logo, but I was wrong. The site was wrong. I will say the Trenton Thunder hat, that one most likely, if you want one, get it now because you're not gonna be able to get one of those for a while.
Yeah, probably 5 years, I think.
Oh wait,
Team goes.
wait. Jim's Brims is saying the red
Oh,
one
wait, Jim.
is a Browns logo.
That's right, Jim.
Well,
Thanks,
the red
Jim.
one is also the same logo they used on the Negro League hats from this last season.
Could have been a
So
throwback.
so I don't know.
Hmm.
Anyway,
I wonder what hat Heaven listed it as on their Instagram.
they listed it as a Cardinals hat
yeah.
on their website.
Well, the
Brian,
mystery remains
better
the
do-
mystery
better
remains
do your
unsolved.
research, Brian.
The only thing I don't understand is that that Red Sox hat in the Yankees colorway. Why that should have been a 2004 side patch.
Yeah, that's what I was curious about. Did they?
The Red
expand
Sox didn't have to
Yankees
go
that year?
through. No, I don't think so. Yeah, that's a St. Louis Cardinals logo. Taylor, thank you, Taylor, for correcting Leon. That's a 1939 to 1940 St. Louis Cardinals. So Leon was able to kind of bask in his glory for about 12 and a half seconds.
Were the Browns
yeah.
first though? Did the Browns use it first though? That's my question.
Next slide, Jason. Leon wants to debate. Leon, we'll come back to this. All right. More good stuff though, right? I mean, listen, this is I don't know. Do you guys find it refreshing? I just want to ask you guys to sometimes just go and look at Hat Heaven stuff.
Did it good
It's
stuff.
very clean.
Right. What I really like about when I go to look at Hat Heaven is that I can almost always find just sometimes I want a hat without a side patch, or with just very little going on. I just want a nice clean hat, and the Hat Heaven's the place I always go to look for that first.
Yeah. So Taylor is saying, I hate to keep going back to this, but Taylor's saying the Browns did use it first, Leon, but they didn't use it in red. I believe their colors weren't red, but hey, it is what it is. Red. Let's all be right. How about that? Let's just all be right today. All right. No, but Hat Heaven's got some really good stuff, man. I mean, listen, it keeps it simple, not a lot of frills to it, great looking stuff. Yeah. And now they're down to one retail location in the city, so it's all packed into one store too. So if you ever want to go out there, Caps Unlimited, right, relatively close to Yankee Stadium, a good place to pick up some caps. All right, let's move on.
Ooh, leaders.
Yeah, pretty sharp looking hat.
Chicago City flag colorway.
Yep. Nice looking hat. Aaron, what do you think about this?
I like it. I like the texture that wing gives it. I don't really, I don't know much about, what this hat represents, but I do like the way it looks.
Yeah, it's a good looking hat.
Just their logo. Hat.
Yeah. No, I like it. I like their stuff, man. I got one of these in though and it was crooked. Not this one. It was a different color. All right, let's move on to lids.
So lids this week. Yeah, they decided to load some like old in-store stuff online.
Yeah,
this week.
Yeah, because we saw before.
Yeah, So I don't know if they dug it in the back of a warehouse somewhere, or
what I bet it was. You know what I bet it was, Jason?
Yeah,
I think because COVID, the stores were all closed, and these hats came out around that time, so they closed the stores. They had no place to put them.
Yeah, that could be so.
Yeah. They had not just these though. There was another hat, right? Style that came out. Yeah, these.
This.
Yeah, that was all COVID stuff.
Yeah.
I believe that Los Angeles Dodgers was a misprint too. I remember last year it said Los Angeles.
It does. It says Los Angeles Dodgers.
Yeah, that last year there was an error on that side patch.
And then the Angels one says Angeles Baseball.
Yeah,
no loss.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
You didn't notice that, Jason, the first time? No.
No, I don't look that close.
Are these side logos woven patches with the narrowed edge? Or are they embroidered?
They look woven.
I think they're woven.
They're woven. Yeah, Yeah, they're all woven from lids.
All right. Cool.
Hopefully,
right.
Lids makes a comeback this year. They've been talking
I hope
about
so.
Coming back strong.
Oh.
So let's see.
All right, so okay, KK's here, so he's gonna get really excited here because we're about to go to the locker room of Downey. Oh, another subscribe and like, pause and break. Hey, Aaron, how about you share with everyone why they should subscribe and like?
Well, subscribing and like makes it so that this show can keep going on. We want everybody to support, and the best way to do that is hit the subscribe and hit the like button, so YouTube knows we're doing good things here. So please hit the button.
All right, thank you. All right, cool. So let's move on, fellas. What do we got next? We got locker room of Downey. So okay, KK, look at him. He's got a bunch of happy hearty guys in the comments.
Yeah.
We've got some weird shit here. So let's get into this. So Kevin, anything you like here?
I like the Navy Dodgers in the middle row, and that's where it ends. I just don't. Nothing's doing it here for me. Not for me. Personal preference.
Jason Mead, not only are you the prince of side patches, you're also a huge LA Dodgers fan. So which one do you like here?
Yep.
That's
it. I'll pass.
Jay and I both gave some real in-depth analysis there.
Yeah, you guys really did a fantastic job kind of help me out here. So Leon, you're usually like my second half of this dynamic duo.
Yes.
Let's talk through it.
All right. That Navy Dodgers is really good with the 2020. Does come in a gray bottom. I do, the 2020 with the regular, the black nasty. It is an on-field, so that one's not bad if you're a Dodger fan.
It's an embroidered patch, so.
It's embroidered this time.
Which one is, Jason?
The 2020.
On the left.
Yeah,
middle row left.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. But if you're a Dodger fan, you should have that by now, right? You should.
No, not embroidered. You should have like an iron.
Not embroidered, but I mean, you have the other one, the iron-on or whatever.
Yeah.
Right. I want to like the Serape. I did make something similar, but I did use the smaller LA, and I didn't put the Serape on top. So.
I was just going to say that Serape it can work, but it just needs to be just an under. It's too much to have both top and bottom.
Not both. Yep.
Looks like
that Serape on top is ridiculous looking.
Loud.
No, but it would look good on the undervisor and then altering the 59 All-Star Game side patch. Do some things that correlate.
I can tell you that when I get into that specialty fabric section in that PDF that we use, that area there, it almost should be just have a heading that just says undervisors, because I never think about them anyway else. Yeah, just as to put the idea, to bed right away.
Which one?
Go ahead. Can you use Serape in the crown?
Yep.
Or is that only a visor?
Yeah, it's there.
Why would you?
Just give him some ideas. I don't know. I mean,
please
full on Serape hat. There you go.
Please stop, Jason Mead. We don't want to be giving anybody those ideas.
Well, if you slap a palm tree on it, it might work.
Oh, geez, don't even do
some
that.
tacos, maybe.
Or maybe a version, or maybe a legless King Kong.
Yeah.
But that version has a Serape button, I believe.
Yeah, it does. You can see.
You know what I want to do? You know what I want to do? I want to create a hat right now. So listen, what would we want on the craziest goddamn hat ever? I say Serape all the way, everywhere. I'm talking every square inch of the hat is Serape.
Even the thread. Even the Serape.
Yep. Then we're gonna put that 27 side patch that Leon loves.
Why wouldn't we use the even more generic one, like the established, that with the pinstripes?
Yeah, the pinstripe on the Foot Locker patch.
Yeah, put that one on there.
Yeah.
And then we'll put a palm tree, but that one that has the beach ball, it looks like a penguin.
Yep, we definitely need that one.
then on the other side, we'll put the legless King Kong attacking the Empire State Building.
Okay. Are we
And
going to
just
put
for
the
And just for
the
the hell of
bird
it, we're
poop
gonna.
anywhere?
Oh yeah, we put that in the back. But
What?
but it's gonna be the small C Chicago Cubs logo on the front.
Oh, terrible.
Yeah.
We're saying at
We got to
the
get a
bird poop.
national. Oh, we got to get
I was
a
just going to
national
say that,
look
Leon.
at
Oh,
it.
you took that right out of my
Yeah.
head, Leon. We need some bird poop on there.
Yeah. What about the Nakahoma eating the peach?
Oh shit, that would be the other side patch.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
cool.
With a volt under.
All right, let's move on. We're giving them too many good ideas.
I submitted the
Yeah.
request, guys. It's already in.
Thanks.
Here.
Oh yeah. Listen, Taylor said tacos too. Eat tacos too.
Yeah.
Put taco in there too. Inside the C.
There you
Oh
go.
wait, there's a line here. Hey, I will tell you, I like the Pirates one.
The Pirates one's cool. That batting
That
practice
Pirates one is
logo.
good.
It's really cool. They did that. Really cool. They did
Mhm.
that.
Jason, that 60th anniversary Raiders, isn't that one you just showed from Sports World?
Yep.
Wonder,
Yeah.
Wonder who done it first.
Sports World.
Who knows? That Chicago one's actually pretty nice.
That
in the
Hat
middle
Club, Hat Club just did that.
Did they?
Yeah,
Huh. Okay.
Hat Club did that like probably 2 months ago.
Yeah.
That red Blue Jay's not bad. I feel like I saw that at Exclusive Fitteds.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
don't know, man. All right, well, let's move on to the land of. This is a place that doesn't steal hat designs from people. So we've got a bunch of double ups that we previewed on the show, right?
Yep.
We did a preview on these. Listen, some of these, I know people were like, "Oh, I hate these. I hate these. They sell out every time." Which one do you guys like?
The Orioles.
I was just going to say, yep, Orioles.
And then the white off-white Diamondbacks. Those
Yep.
two are the winners. I had you help me secure those. Those are great hats.
Yeah. How about you, Jason? Which ones did you like? I know the LA ones were probably really calling your name, but besides those-
I don't. I'm really not a fan of this pack, this double patch pack. I wear my hats backwards a lot, and so I don't like the huge patch in the back.
the only one I didn't like was the Pirates one with the 59 on the back.
I just wish they switched
Yeah.
those. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They were
it
perfect.
runs. You can actually see it runs below the bottom stitching of the hat.
It's right on the seam. Yeah.
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 What's on the back of the far right second row down? What's that? I'm using a BlackBerry here, Pierre. So it's everything.
that's the 10th anniversary patch for the Tampa Bay Rays.
Gotcha. Okay.
I think that LA Dodgers one with the basically it's got an anniversary theme to it. I thought that one is very good looking, Leon.
Mm-hmm.
That one I went Orioles 1, that LA Dodgers 2, Diamondbacks 3. That was mine, but I don't know. They're trying different things there. You can't ever accuse these guys of biting someone else.
No,
because it's not.
for
It's
sure.
legit what they're doing. They're doing this on their own. And they've had like I think 13 or 14 double ups, and they've all sold. So at first people were like, "Oh, I don't like these," and then they still sell out. All right, what else? All right, we did a quick preview of these. What do you guys think? Since Leon, Jason, and I have really already shared our thoughts here, Kevin, Aaron, what are your thoughts on these?
Go ahead, Aaron.
I like that gray, but that floral under just doesn't do it for me. I don't like the white background to the floral for some reason. I don't know. I know it makes it pop better, to see those colors, but it's just not for me.
Very cool.
I
Kevin, how about you?
like the look of these. I would grab one. I can't wait to start brainstorming a way to use this floral under. I'm going to find something that matches up with it. Some of the most fun I've had is taking the floral unders, and they actually list thread colors that are supposed to match the colors on the fabric. And then I go right to the logo and start applying those threads to the logo. So like, that's where it really gets fun. And where I kind of like to like pride myself of like not being lazy, like where you just kind of arbitrarily slap a logo on. Like that's some kind of getting a little bit more in depth. So I'm going to take a long look at this floral and try and find something that works well with it.
I mean, a floral under from you was one of my top hats from last year, and that was that Mickey Mouse Shaka. So I do like the floral unders. It's just these ones was not a huge fan of.
Yeah. All right.
They
cool.
do. The ones that have the white logos do look better though. I think the ones with the gray heavy, it kind of washes it out a little bit. Like that Blue Jay one, it's kind of washed, but the A's and the Atlanta looks like it's really strong. I think these are hats that look
color logos. Yeah.
Yeah, they look really good in hand, I'm guessing.
All right. Let's move on to Noble North. Oh, no, more New Era. I'm sorry about that.
Yep, one more. Yep.
So for all you Star Wars fans out there, we got 4 Star Wars caps. And then I don't know. I saw some stuff online where these Kansas City caps are coming in like 7 different colors, shades of red, and all kinds of weird stuff.
They don't match.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a real big Star Wars guy. I mean, what are you guys' thoughts on these hats? You guys like these?
They couldn't keep them in stock at first, and now
Yeah.
they keep coming back with different stores and stuff.
Yeah, we haven't seen. There's nothing new to me there.
No.
Yeah, that green they picked for the Dragu is weird.
Yeah, is the head of that Baby Yoda, has he been on the market very much? Just
not the head.
The all has, but
this is the first time we've seen just the head outline like that.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it available to me. I've seen everything else available to me. I am going to start dipping into the world of Star Wars. I'm not a huge Star Wars guy personally, but I'm going that way. We're going to try like a helmets collection and things like that. But I hadn't seen the head of that Baby Yoda on its own. Sorry, I know that's not the proper terminology for him, but the green's a little bit too bright, it seems. And like you got 2 different greens and they're not jiving with each other.
Yeah.
If I get that logo made available to me and I go with it, I will go a different route for sure.
Cool. All right.
Yeah, I'm there with you. That head, or maybe on a green, is weird, but maybe on a black it'll look good.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Noble North. Noble North had these 2 come out. Jason, I know one of them was in your top 9. You want to take us through these 2?
Yeah. So this is a kind of a nod to Canadian beer, and he kind of took hops, which is one of the main flavor ingredients of beer, and combined it with his Noble North like bear style logos. And I think both these came out really clean. I really like the one on the left, the bear hop claw. I like the footprint type feel to it, but yeah, it's Ryan doing his thing up there.
Yeah. All right, cool. Let's move on to Sneaker Room. Sneaker Room had 3 hats release. I think it was noon yesterday. I don't know, these are kind of interesting. I do like the White Sox one. Jason, I think you would agree with me on that one.
Yep.
The Pirates is in that bread and butter colorway.
Yep.
And then that Astros cap with the different. I think that's actually the patch that belongs on the hat.
The jersey logo one, I think. Right?
I don't know.
Is that the jersey logo? It's 05, right?
Yeah, I think that's the actual hat one though.
Oh, okay.
I'm not
It
sure.
might be. It's definitely not the most commonly used one.
No, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. You know how like we were talking about this, Leon, with the Arizona Diamondbacks and the 2 different versions of it?
Right.
I don't know which one. Maybe someone out there watching right now can tell me, but I believe that's the one that belongs on the hat. I could be wrong, but I think that's
it could be.
Not
It's
necessarily
definitely not the one
not in that color, not in that color.
Yeah.
Maybe that is the jersey patch. One's a jersey patch and one's the.
Yeah. It's definitely the least common one though.
What do you guys think about these hats?
The White Sox hat is interesting. That yellow color definitely pops that logo. It looks good.
I agree.
Yeah. They've been
Yeah, I
doing
think,
some good stuff, man.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Sports World.
Got a few slides for these guys. 3, I think.
All right, Sports World. Let's get started here. So, let's kind of like focus in here. Keep 2, drop 2. Let's start with Kevin.
I have to drop the Tampa Bay Rays at the bottom right. And I think I got to drop the Anaheim Angels at the top left. I understand this part of the current market of fitteds, and I respect it. But it's just stuff that I've almost decided from the very start to stay away from. They just don't make too much sense to me. So that's why. Keeps. I like navy and the lighter blue. So that Milwaukee is good with me. And after that, it's getting a little tough. I got, I guess, respect for the way that top right Astros is done. Everything's tied in together. So props for that.
All right, cool. Aaron, how about you?
I think I got to agree, with with Kevin and that Brewers one. Everything looks good together. It just really works. I saw somebody in the comments mention that this Astros is an Iron Man colorway, and it makes me look at that hat completely different now. When I first see it, it originally makes me think of Ronald McDonald, but if I think of it from an Iron Man perspective, I don't dislike it quite as much. I can see it working. So it's I can definitely see those. And then the 2 that would have to go for me, agreed again on the Tampa Bay Rays. That color combination just doesn't do it for me. And I'm going with the Angels in the top middle. That one's just I'm not a huge fan of that front logo, and it just and it bothers my OCD when there's a different front logo than what's on the side patch. Mm-hmm. So that's an easy one for me to knock out.
All right. Well, there's more, right, Jason?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, let's go to the next one. Okay. So yeah, listen, I don't like any of these. I told you that Andre bought the one in the lower left when we went on the trip. That one actually doesn't look too bad in person. It doesn't look bad in person, honestly. The peach looks nice with navy, and I think, Jason, you're one of the first people to say peach looks nice with navy. Mm-hmm. It may not be your type of hat, but like that one didn't look so bad. These others, again, I'm just shocked, but they sell. They really do sell. Like, it's just amazing to me. They sell.
That's what I was saying. Like, I respect the game. It's just, it's just sell what sells.
Well, mm-hmm. I'm not going to go as far as you as what you said, Kevin, about this stuff not making sense and whatnot. I do believe that the stuff that's done with these fashion caps on the previous slide, I think a lot of that looks fantastic. And I think I think that is what's breathed life into fitteds, is the ability to kind of take 20 different side patches, 20 different UVs, 20 different crown colors, and then 20 times 20 times 20. It kind of creates these endless opportunities to create. But I cannot take any more of these goddamn Statue of Liberty hats. I can't take any more. At this point, Jason, Leon, let's commit to never putting them on another slide.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Team describe band. We're just gonna ban team describe. I'm okay with that.
Just get them off, right? I mean,
palm trees, Liberty, tacos.
Yeah.
Pizza.
Okay.
Pigeons.
Yeah.
Now, pigeons. We got to roast the pigeons when
because I think the people I think what we're doing and the people that we're catering to now at this point don't want to see these anymore.
Okay. That purple Yankees and that purple Mets those are nice looking hats if you take off the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, 100%.
Even the pink Yankees in the navy and peach, take off the heart. You got a hat.
Yeah, but listen,
on the pink it works. On the pink it works.
No, I think the peach it works too. Listen, I do think there's value if it's done right. Some of the shit, like, because there are people out there that want that hat for Valentine's Day. It's just the way people are, right? But but like some of this stuff is just like, look at that Mets hat, man. With the I see what they did. They're like, all right, I'm gonna put a green undervisor and then the green Statue of Liberty. I get what they're doing, and I know people are gonna buy it, but I just don't like it.
Maybe it's a regional thing, you know. Maybe it's just, you know, that it just appeals to, you know, to New York, you know, or I don't know how to describe better what I'm saying, you know. But it
could be tourists to New York. They want to buy like a New Yorkie hat, right? So they go to New York and they buy it.
Jamaica Ave isn't the place for that though. No. No, that's not like I don't think that's like a touristy area, but.
That's what I picture it looks like, though. It looks like a tourist shop. The same bumper sticker over and over.
Well, people are buying these. You know, I think that's why we just keep it off of here, is just because this is not for a seasoned kind of collector who's into hats and stuff. Like, you know, this is like more of a like, oh wow.
Well, done in its original form, it was, you know, tolerable. It was a nice thing, you know, on the original.
Oh yeah, the first time we saw it, yeah, for sure. You're right. You're right. When we first saw it, we all were like, "Wow, this is pretty cool." Well, most of us were.
Yeah, and it's just they just overkilled it. They just, you know, at this point, it's just like, well, again.
Yeah. All right. Let's. All right. What's worse, a palm tree or Statue of Liberty?
Palm tree.
Statue.
Palm tree.
Kevin.
I don't like the Statue of Liberty.
Aaron?
Palm tree.
Yeah. All right.
You're the tie-breaking vote though.
Shit, man. Statue of Liberty.
Yes.
I think it's kind of disrespectful.
Yes.
At this point, it's disrespectful. Put the Statue of Liberty in purple. Like, what the hell is that? All right, so I've been pretty hard on still. I like these colors though. This looks like something that they
have a Icy Navy collection coming out tomorrow, and that
looks really nice. Yeah,
I like these, man. I do like these. There's not a lot. I usually like more delineation between the cap itself and the undervisor, but for some reason, I think these look good.
Mm-hmm. Is that peach? Is it peach?
Yeah, looks like peach on tan, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Pierre, just to stay on the topic a little bit, they're, to my knowledge, they're moving units pretty good. So it's that same kind of sell what sells type of thing, right? Like, I'm trying to go a little bit different direction than what they're doing, which is kind of following some trends. And some are better than others, of course. That Expos is great in the top right there. I think it's really well done. But
yes,
from what I gather, they're doing solid. So it's almost like they're providing the Canadian market with what the masses are wearing type thing, whereas like myself and Dan and whoever else is kind of going slightly different, let's say.
Yeah. What do you think, Leon? You like these or no?
I want to like them. I just wish they had like a green under, or maybe like a maroon under or something to kind of take away from the whole hat being the same color. But if you're taking the undervisor out, they're all well executed hats. They're all like really good looking hats. I just don't think the peach works here in this case. Mm-hmm. I might feel differently if I have the hat in hand, but just judging on the picture, I would pass on these and go for their ices tomorrow. That icy collection they're doing tomorrow is nice.
Yeah. All right, cool. Let's move on to Team Collective.
One hat this week.
Look at that thing.
Yeah. So I'm not going to get too deep into this. We can kind of direct folks to the YouTube video that we did on these on this hat. I was on with Leon, Kevin, and Jason. I think that's the best place to direct people, but going to a good cause, I think it has a really good message behind it. Please check out the YouTube or go to the video that Jason and I just did on Instagram with the top 9, and we got some articulation around this cap. So, Kevin, anything that you want to add while we're here? You're getting cold, huh, Kevin?
No, I'm good. I'm surviving. I'm in Canada. It's okay.
Poor Kevin, we made him turn his heater off because it was distracting the noise, and now the dude's freezing his ass off.
I'm layered up. Don't worry about me. Canuck here. It's cold. I've myself and a couple actually other people around the building have really enjoyed the process of setting this all up, and we didn't half-ass it. We really thought it out, and I think we still got about 7 days left, give or take, to get in on it. So
yeah,
it's been a fun one for sure.
Yeah, check out the video, guys, and you'll get more of the behind the scenes on this cap, and we'd love to see some more people pre-order this cap. Let's move over to Jason Mead has become quite the I don't know, like he's almost like he's an amazing man, and I think we all know that, but the way he's been instrumental in creating these group buys from toppers has been it's been fucking inspirational. I mean, this man is putting together group buys, and we have ships coming over directly from Austria, dropping these hats off.
I might have to build a runway in my yard so the planes can land directly here.
I gotta tell you, Jason Mead, you are becoming quite the community leader.
Yeah, I feel like he's a brand ambassador is what he is.
I love this guy, man. He's got group chats going. He's hooking people up. He's doing all kinds of crazy ass math. I love this guy. So, Jason, now that we know it's toppers and not Topper Z, I want to say I love that Fresno Grizzlies. I have one like that Hat Club released quite a few years back. But what do you like coming out of toppers lately?
Yeah, I like he's pulling out some logos that we don't see too often, especially with the minor leagues. It's like that Springfield Cardinals. I don't know if I've ever seen that one before. Of course, I haven't been collecting as long as some of you guys. But yeah, usually we see the S with the bird head. So that one's kind of nice. And then he's trying to do some interesting colorways with some of the other stuff, like that Panama tan, all Panama tan Celtics one. That's kind of interesting. Yeah.
Is there just one slide this week, Jason?
Yeah, just one of those. He had like 3 drops this week, and this was it.
I'm not a fan of NFL hats though, like the NFL shield.
In Europe, they can't. Yeah, in Europe though, they can't get enough of them.
I'm the complete opposite. I love those NFL shield hats.
You do?
Oh yeah, I've had these. I've had these for your New Era, or no, I think it was the NFL.com site. Used to put them out. They'd be buried at the end of your favorite team's hat section, and it would just be various colors. And I've had them in my collection for a really long time. I love these hats. There's just something about the shield,
I say I don't like it. I bought 2 from Hat. Well, Hat Club did red, royal, and black, and I bought all 3.
Isn't it like a looks like a referee hat to you guys? It doesn't.
Yeah, for sure.
I would love to get an NFL referee hat with the white piping.
I thought I needed to wear one this morning. I think I felt like I needed to wear one this morning when you and Leon were going back and forth.
I'm pretty sure Rob Lowe wore one in public, and now he's like a meme online that he gets like made fun of for like wearing the black NFL hat for just cheering for sports.
The dude looks like a gym teacher.
The NFL hats is like what I would like rip my buddies for like being so into fantasy football they don't even cheer for their favorite teams anymore. They just cheer for like the league. That's what.
Nice.
Give them shit for it.
All right.
That's what fantasy football will do to you.
Absolutely, for sure.
Well, this brings us towards the end. So for those that don't know, right, the keepers, sleepers, and weepers is going to be its own segment now, because what was happening is we were losing too many people, and then we didn't have the same passion behind it. So we're going to allow Kevin to warm up, and we're going to do that after the show ends, and then we're gonna pump that out tomorrow. But I just wanted to kind of take everyone through some of the recent stuff that we've had up there. So, like I said earlier, really, guys, go check out some of the content we have out there. Obviously, none of us are getting rich off of any of this. I mean, this is just stuff that we're doing and having a good time with it. So we've got Andre Munfu Prophet, who's every Monday morning, he's going to be doing his Monday morning reaction. So if you get a chance, please find a hat you'd like to see him react to. He'll shout out your Instagram. He'll react to the hat on our YouTube channel. But that airs every Monday morning. So please DM at Munfu Prophet on Instagram with a picture of a hat you'd like to see him react to. And he'll get that reaction up and going. And he'll also shout out your Instagram. We have Rico and Joel, who's doing Wavy Cap Talk. So they're part of our VFTV Future Stars. And they just did Midnight Navy versus Spumoni Scoops. So check that out. And then Andre and I spent some time in New York City. So we did a couple of videos that show the pickups, that show the stores. So those are on the site right now. There's also a video on Team Collective, getting to know Team Collective. And Jason and Leon kind of went through all of the different things you can see on the Team Collective website, but also things that they've bought in the past and things that they're looking forward to. You've got Neil Beck with Combo Wombo Wednesdays, where he's going to show off some jerseys and some hats you kind of connected to. That dude is a goddamn jersey legend. So check that out. And this week he's going to be going through and doing his best Kansas City Chiefs and I'm drawing a blank. Oh, and Tampa Bay Buccaneers combos. And then on Monday night, Ask the Vault. So we posed a question out to the community. Just ask us whatever question you want, and we're going to be answering those on Ask the Vault on Monday night. So that's some of the content that we've had in the past week or so, and what's coming next. So we just want to share that with everybody. And with that, we've come to the end of the road, right? We have come to the end of the road. So, all right. What do you guys think?
Good times.
Tired?
No.
Yeah, I'm tired.
I appreciate you having me, fellas.
Oh yeah, it was great having you too, man. It was great having you. And I think more to come, right? So we're gonna wrap up for the evening. Kevin, thanks for joining us. Aaron, as always, thanks for being on. You're like the if it was a Tribe Called Quest, you're like Jerobi. You know what I mean? I'm Q-Tip, Leon's Fife Dog, Jason's Ali Shaheed Muhammad, and you're Jerobi. All right, so that's kind of how we'll leave it. So, all right, so fellas, thanks for being on. Leon, you ready to take us away?
Yeah. Shout out to our sponsors, Over Your Head, the Captician, and I guess the Capologist. We don't really pay though, but make sure you guys rate, review, subscribe to the channel. We'll be back with a Keeper Reaper Sleeper tomorrow. So stay fitted and have a good night.